Open any of the major language models today, and you'll see a similar pattern. They write emails, they summarize articles, and generate code. For the last few years, the industry has focused on refining these models into highly articulate text-based assistants. However, even the smartest models require the user to do the heavy lifting of context switching. A simple weekend trip exposes how many manual steps remain between finding information and actually completing a task. If you want to visit Lisbon, you are currently the bridge between 5 different browser tabs. You search for flights, compare hotel prices, check your personal calendar, and manually fill out booking forms. Agentic AI represents a move towards autonomous systems. Instead of a tool that provides a list of flight options, this architecture handles the searching, the price comparisons, and the final booking on your behalf. The current limit on AI utility is the inability to execute these multi-step workflows. For a model to become a true agent, it must be able to navigate the live web with the same autonomy as a human user. Google's trajectory toward this autonomous model is visible in their recent technical updates. The features they've introduced over the last 2 years serve as the foundation for what is coming next. Gemini 2.0 brought native tool use into the ecosystem, while Gemini 3 introduced Deep Think. This reasoning mode allows the AI to pause and evaluate its own logic before responding, mimicking a human's ability to plan a complex project. Gemini 4 is the scale-up of those concepts. It takes these early reasoning prototypes and expands them into a flagship system designed for high-stakes, multi-step execution. To handle the unpredictability of the live internet, the underlying compute has increased significantly. While Gemini 3.1 Pro utilized roughly 300 billion parameters, estimates for Gemini 4 reach 10 trillion, powered by Google's custom Ironwood TPU chips. Reliable action requires this massive leap in processing power. Navigating a website that is constantly changing requires more raw intelligence than generating a static block of text. There are 4 specific technical pillars that allow Gemini 4 to function as an autonomous agent. Pillar 1 is the use of world models. Rather than just recognizing objects in a video, the AI understands the physics of the scene. It perceives cause and effect, allowing it to predict how objects will interact in the physical world. Pillar 2 is real-time reasoning. If a website's layout changes or a flight is suddenly sold out, the system is designed to catch the error, rethink its strategy, and find a workaround without asking the user for help. Pillar 3 is persistent memory. With a 1 million token context window, the AI can hold your entire digital history, including previous trips and scheduling preferences, in its active working memory. The 4th pillar is ecosystem integration. By leveraging universal commerce protocols, the AI can move from your Gmail inbox directly into a checkout screen on a third-party site. By combining these 4 capabilities, the system moves from a tool you talk to a system that manages digital execution on your behalf. Google is competing in a crowded field. In the spring of 2026, OpenAI released GPT 5.5, while Anthropic launched Claude Opus 4.7. GPT 5.5 is currently a leader in general reasoning and data analysis. Meanwhile, Claude Opus 4.7 is preferred for long-duration coding tasks that require hours of coherent logic. Google's advantage is its presence in the hardware and software we already use. They are embedding Gemini 4 directly into Android, the Chrome browser, and the Workspace apps where most professional work happens. Developer betas are expected by mid-2026, with a full public release likely in late Q4. Pricing is projected to include a $20 monthly Pro tier and a $250 Ultra tier for enterprise-level power users. The outcome of this competition likely depends on which model offers the most seamless integration. For many users, the model that is already present in their browser and phone will be the most effective. Granting an AI the ability to click buttons and spend money raises the stakes. If an agentic system makes an error during a financial transaction, the consequences are more significant than a simple text error. To address this, Google's safety framework includes mandatory confirmation steps. The AI can navigate the web and fill out the forms, but it must pause for a user's approval before any irreversible action is taken. Despite these advances, the leadership at Google DeepMind is careful to distinguish these agents from true general intelligence. Demis Hassabis maintains that Gemini 4 is a powerful tool, not a sentient entity.
Hassabis estimates that human-level AGI is still 5 to 10 years away.
noting that several major technical breakthroughs are still required to reach that milestone. However, the shift in professional roles is starting now. Software developers are beginning to transition from writing every line of code to acting as managers who oversee a fleet of AI agents performing the manual labor. The role of the user is becoming one of oversight. As these systems become capable of independent action, the primary human task is setting the parameters and verifying the results of a digital agent.